She's out. Well, at least we know we can do it without taking the dashboard completely out. Let's have a look at this then.
Hey, look at that, we're live. So today, some Dyson Sphere, and I thought, hey, this will make some fun content. So this is my starting planet, and then I went all the way over here to this one, and you can't see anything on there, so I won't bother showing that. But suffice to say, I'm at the point now where I've done all of the red science, all of the blue science, and now the thing what I want to do is start building some logistics networks. So if I go to Replicator and go to construct the drones, so yeah, iron, processors, thrusters, all of those materials I can build on the desert planet. But the drones are nothing without a hub. So there's the station. So steel, yeah, I can make that. Titanium, desert planet, but there's also a far-flung one. Which one? Processors, yeah, again, I can do that. Particle container, can't do that because a particle container needs graphene. And graphene needs energized graphite washed in sulfuric acid. And because I've got no lakes of sulfuric acid, to make sulfuric acid I need refined oil, stone, water. Right, so here's my stone, and I'm going to put a splitter in there. And then once I get my logistics networks, it's going to make it so much more easier to do the construction what I need to do. So there's stone going there, right, very nice. Now I need some water pumps, and I don't have a factory that makes water pumps, so I'll make them by hand or in the replicator, because this is a mecha, it's not what's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, so there we go. Gonna produce some gears, then some motors, then some electronics, then I make water pumps. So I need this word appears often when I'm doing these things. Oh look, this is complaining about lack of fuel. That's why I didn't build any more there, because the fuel can only go in so fast. Eventually I'll replace that with upgraded belts, but for upgraded belts you need motors, and I'm not building motors until I can have these logistics hubs. So we'll do that, raise it up one, and just go down. And so we go there, and hey look, that actually goes underneath that one. A new feature has been added to Dyson Sphere Program called blueprints. So if I go here and say I want to make a blueprint, so say I wanted to copy that for example and then just use now, I could place it down there, but it says look, blueprint areas are disabled by tropic lines, so that's how they get rid around that, because there's a mod which does it, but it acts a bit weird. So just go anywhere in the planet, but look, tropic line, so no, can't do it. And then another tropic line, and then tropic line, tropic line, tropic line, and then, yeah. So it'll even do that, which is very cool, because in previous playthroughs, yes, I'm playing. Well, I don't have a Dyson Sphere yet. We're still at the planetary stage, but I can hop from one planet to another. The Dyson Sphere comes later. So, blueprints are great. They're really useful, and because of blueprints, it means that in the future, if I want to make a hydrogen deuterium fractionator over the pole with an interstellar hub, it'll be very easy to do so. Well, the first one will be a bit of a ball ache because I actually have to design it by hand, but the subsequent ones will be easy to do. Although probably by that point I'll just use particle accelerators to turn hydrogen into deuterium. The fractionators use significantly less energy, So there's probably some arguments to be made there. Although by the point where I'm dealing with lots of energy, usually I have a Dyson Sphere, and then that makes me all the energy I need. It's kind of ironic because in order to make a Dyson Sphere, you need you need to carrier rockets, and carrier rockets need deuterium fuel rods, and deuterium fuel rods cost energy to make. So eventually, when you're mass manufacturing, it makes sense to use a particle accelerator. But for the early stuff, a fractionator is quite fine. And hey, you know, there's plenty of planets around where I can just say, you're going here and you're doing this. Now that's going to go ahead and do its stuff. Let's go here and... oh yeah, got a bit of stone. Do I have water pumps? Let's sort things out. Water pump. I went back to Factorio recently and I was a bit disconcerted, I think is the right word, yeah. I was disconcerted because I was trying to sort out my inventory and it's like, that's a Dyson Sphere Program feature. So there's nifty features in this game which you just don't get in the other one. Let's try and make that a bit more even. Then I do shift click on that. In terms of the user interface, the clever chinkies what done this, they really did a good job, I'd say. I have a lot of good things to say about the Chinese studio and the Chinamen working on this. So you know, good on those guys. They've made a fun game with an intuitive user interface, and it's still in early access. Look, 0.8.19.7677. Yeah, all hail our new masters, and they're really reliable building materials. I tell you what, the thing was this. I mean, I don't think there's anything substandard in this programming. Certainly not compared to their architecture. But anyway, this isn't a shit on China stream. This is a let's make sulfuric acid so I can make graphene. So now, these are all of the ingredients needed for it. And how do you make sulfuric acid? Where's it made in? It's made in a chemical facility. Right. I don't have any chemical facility, so let's build some... no, that's a fractionator. There's a chemical plant. It needs glass. I'm actually making glass and steel, so let's go over here. And, oh look, that's going to use up a lot of my... so there's steel. Yep, pick up 500 units of that. And no glass over here. So where's my glass? Glass is... this looks like glass would be here. Oh, glass is over there. Alright, okay. So that's where I've got to go. So let's go over there and get some glass. There it is. Right. There's some glass. I've been watching a fascinating video on how to replace a blower motor in a car and how cramped it all is. It's amazing how much stuff is between the driver's legs and the firewall, which separates out the engine bay. I think what I'm going to do here, once I've got this sulfuric acid running, is let's just have a look at power. Got a good bit of satisfaction. I think I'm going to make an equatorial belt with solar panels, because the thermal energy facility is just, it's not up to snuff for what mine needs. So let's have a look at replicator components, sulfuric acid. So it wants 6 of that, 4 of that, 8 of that. So water can be on the outside, the other two on the... Oh, look, I've almost done it. So do that there. Do that there. And I think if I brought this down a bit more... so if I put one like there, yeah. And then we'll do that there, yeah. And that there. Yeah, this is how we're going to do it. I'm still a flat earth enjoyer, and it does make me amused, this system of this globalist, this game is globalist propaganda. Yeah, it is, but it's fun globalist propaganda. And just because I believe in flat earth doesn't mean I can't enjoy a game which is set on globes and enjoy the challenges of the spherical thing, because it's fun. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this. Absolute hypocrisy. You know what? I never claimed I wasn't a hypocrite. At least I can be honest about my hypocrisy. Okay. So, yeah, this is looking pretty good. I think I'll offload some of this refined oil into the thing. In fact, there we go. I can't pick all that stuff into my inventory. So now we'll do a line coming off, like so. Yeah. And then a storage tank, like that. Put that in there. And that's going to be the basis of our sulfuric acid. And then we got coal over here. And look, we've even got a facility that makes energized graphite. So, I'm not going to make graphene straight away. I'm going to fly to the other planet. But let's just get the sulfuric acid up and running. So we'll do that, and then do that, do that. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. Do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, indeed. Right, So, put that in there. Here's the thing. So the other day, I was trying to find out list of magic roundabouts in the United Kingdom, and I thought, come on, some anorak has surely compiled a list of magic roundabouts, not just in the United Kingdom, perhaps in other countries too, where they've seen the truth and the efficiency of the Swindon Hampstead Heath magic roundabout and done it themselves. Couldn't find that. Instead, I did find this calendar company in Redditch doing roundabouts of the United Kingdom, a calendar of roundabouts. And there was a beautiful little thing in there. Is there a stream tonight? No, wow. Is there a stream tonight? I don't know. Let's see if I can find this thing about roundabouts. So, how many... No, what was the search term I used? Magic round... The best magic roundabouts in Britain. There we go. And this is on the Express. There was some really... things on this I really liked. So, it was considered a bit of a joke at first, but generally as how popular it would become, it spawned the best of British roundabouts calendar. I saw people from Reddit talk. It spawned Euclid, and eventually the Roundabout of the Year award. Beresford reckons the roundabout's place in national affections is something to do with instincts buried deep in the British psyche. Unlike fascist, robotic traffic lights, where we are told when to stop and when to go, the roundabout allows us to show our very own British driving decorum and etiquette. Very much so. We approach the island at our own chosen speed in the lane of our choice, cooperating and queuing accordingly with our fellow drivers. We wait for a gap and join the gentle gyratory flow in our own time, signalling our intentions, BMW drivers, and leaving at our own chosen exit. You know what? I actually find that BMW drivers are better behaved than Land Rover twats. So, all this shitting on BMW drivers I find it's probably unwarranted, and that's about as many. I don't think that's going to get enough stone, so we won't extend this any further. See, that's the problem with... I mean, eventually, like, sulfuric acid... Someone's complaining, saying, like, oh, you build up all these complicated systems, and then you go to other planets where they've got, like, lakes of sulfuric acid, or you go to a planet orbiting a neutron star, and you've got yourself unipolar magnets. So, right, here we go. So there's two recipes for this particle container. So, electromagnetic turbine, which is comprised of magnetic coils and motors. Motors are comprised of all that. So a lot of steps to get to this electromagnetic turbine. And again, a lot of steps of graphene. But eventually graphene's quite simple, because you get this thing called fire ice. And then that's actually really useful, because then you get hydrogen as a byproduct. But so this particle container, so you take that, and that. Eventually, though, its recipe is just unipolar magnets and copper. It's really simple. And someone's complaining, it's like, oh, well, it takes away the challenge in the game. It's like, well, no one's asking you to use that stuff. You know, no one's forcing a gun to your head and saying you must use the advanced components. You can carry on doing it your gay retarded way if you really want to. But just some people, they complain about all sorts of shit, really. I don't like it. You don't need to complain about so much bloody stuff. You've made loads of sulfur. Oh, but like a numpty, I've done it all wrong. So I've got to delete these all, because that's just not outputting anything. Anyway, back to this thing. Never is a road system better suited to the British consciousness than one that involves a set of rules and guidelines that harbours a carefully balanced system that relies on equity and protocol. Yes, quite. I agree. Do a bit of this. And then put one there. Finally one there. And there we go, there's our sulfuric acid. And that's going to take a while to fill up, so we'll have enough time to go... My voice is always really gravelly at the beginning of the day. Why is that? Is it like the vocal cords are a stiff muscle and they need to be stretched? Let's not do that again. I'll put the refined oil in there. Anyway, so that is the thing I wanted to do about roundabouts. I think it's BMW drivers at one time. Now I think the Wallies here moved to Audis. Yeah, it could well be. Although BMW still has a bit of a reputation. So let me see. Gas jet behind us, very nice. Won't be able to do anything with that. So I need to go back to the other planet. And why do I need to go back to the other planet for? That's right, I'm bringing up a whole bunch of stuff with me. So all of this I'm going to leave here. Do that, and then right, that and there. Okay. So let's bring a whole bunch of fuel with me. Oh, I'm going to take some of those long poles as well. Ooh, lens flare. That's nice. It's not really appropriate, but it's a nice artistic flourish, so I'll give them that. So I'll take 100 of those. And, oh yeah, I definitely want some fuel. Energized graphite rods I use as fuel. Because they're pretty energy dense, relatively speaking. I mean, they're crap compared to stuff later on. So, is it here? I don't actually have a stock for energized graphite rods. Oh, I'm gonna... Indeed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go pick some up. So, yeah, 100 of those. 100, and that's more than enough. That will see me back and forth quite a few times. Right, now let's do a Jeff Bezos. Oh, best day ever! Wow, I'm in space. Hey, you know, this game actually has music. Why don't I have the music? So, do that, and then put it there. Apply. Sounds of industry. But now that should fade out. Yep, it fades out as I leave the planet. Now we should have nice space music. Or just silence. Because in space no one can hear your nice space music. So, get to this planet. So. I think with somebody, there's a load of turbo nerds that play this game, and they managed to figure out that one astronomical unit in this game is equivalent to about 40 kilometers. Because I mean, look, I don't know how far Jupiter is away from us, but I'm one astronomical unit away from it. I guess that probably makes sense. Anyway, we're now probably about as far away from Venus as from the Sun. Now we're getting a bit close. One astronomical unit is the distance between Earth and the Sun. Except it's a bit of an arbitrary number because the aphelion and perihelion of Earth's orbit means that depending on what time of year it is in Earth's orbit, it's further or closer to the Sun. So, here's my desert planet. Not much goes on as you can see. Here's my little facility to make graphite. So I had fuel if I needed it. Oh, good point. Whilst I'm here, let's just put in a recharging point. Right, so there we go. Recharging now. What I've got over here, facility making steel. Steel is in turn with copper used to make thrusters, which go all the way over here and go to this thing to make drones. And the drones need processor units, which as you can see, coming up in little drips and drabs. Going through my wind farm. Honestly, what a waste of electricity that is. Just haven't we got enough wind? And yeah, this is making processors, which in turn connects to this thing, which is making microcrystalline components out of silicon and copper. So yeah, then this planet's got a little bit of titanium as well, but I'm not going to exploit titanium just yet. Because that comes later. The main thing I want to do is sulfuric acid, which I've done now. I've got the sulfuric acid. So I do need titanium. And I'm going to have to be manually shipping the titanium from one planet to another. So, no, that's not how to do it. So where's there's titanium. Well, okay then. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. There's 8 there. Oh, and of course I didn't take any of that with me. So is the main thing just me picking up a bunch of solar panels that then coming back and doing titanium? Yeah, but I think I can also do that now. So yeah, there's one bit of industry. let's go over there. So I've got, yeah, I'll need some conveyor belts. Bit of a no, I haven't got any storage boxes. So not that. Let's get some of those. They've changed the stack size on conveyor belts, which is good. Excuse me. Should eat some of those. Smelters. I didn't bring any smelters. You know, maybe I should have done that for your stuff. Maybe shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's what I'm saying. So, put those back in there. That back in there. So there, I picked up a whole bunch of sodas. I would have liked to have picked up more. More stone and I can make some on the side. So, got any stuff? Oh no, this desert floor's littered with stuff. So. There we go. I'll pick up some steel. Stone bricks. And we can see here that we got yes, there's big demand for high purity silicon there. And in addition, there's demand there. So, yeah, there's demand pretty much everywhere, isn't there? And this is just going to keep on happily building until that fills up, so that's fine. Yeah, I've got my storage facilities, so just go here and stack them on top of one another, and that way I'll have plenty more solar panels for later on. Right, I think I'm ready to get flying again. So I've got plenty of fuel. Got solar panels, got everything I need. Let's just offload right there. Off we go. Back to sailing the slow way. Haven't even got enough energy reserves to get up to the full sail speed, so. And hopefully I'll have enough energy. In fact, you know what? This is a very good point. Save the game there, and there's a reason for this. If I don't save the game, and if I overshoot the moon, then it'll be easier if I just save the game. Nice relaxing space music. In space! Woo! Space! Space. Don't know why I get so excited about that. Space is real as our globes, which you don't fall off of. Gravity is real. It's so totally real, it's what's sticking me to my chair. Would be nice to understand what it is the attractive force that keeps us on our realm. More lens flare. There we go, I'm not going to overshoot. So here I am. Barely any energy left. But that's okay, because I've got this. So I'll just build another recharge point. somewhere around here is a thing for me. Oh, look at that. Just, that's all it's doing. It's fine. That probably was one of my first things. Well, I know that we are very generic, so what we're doing now is as much of that as I can. I'm going to be saying so quite a lot, so if you don't know so, this is not as well. So down. Well, it's already on messing with well. Now, a nice equatorial belt. So a nice equatorial belt. Landmass all throughout, and that way I will be able to help us work on everything. Its solar energy rate 97%, wind energy 100%. Okay, that's pretty good going. So now I have my solar panels. What I'll do is I'll just do basically 5 is better because I've only got a 5 construction. So there's a blueprint. I'm going to use it straight away. slow, you'll be trying to sad. You know what? I could redesign that, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do instead is just that. So, this blueprint system, when I first was playing the game, there was like, no, you can't do it. I was like, what do you mean I can't do it? It's a technology, you have to actually research it. And there's tiers technology as well. So the first one you do, you can make a fairly simple blueprints. But I'll show you the tiers in a bit because I think it's pretty fun actually. I mean, of course, it's not factorial. To me, it feels like, well, Factorial's a fun game, but what if we did things slightly different? What things could we do that would make the game more fun? And it always amazes me because, like, the sort of games I've seen from China, it's just absolute cancer. It's a glorified gambling machine. Whereas this is a proper game. It's just like, it always goes like, wow, the Chinese can actually do something that's fun. This game is fun. It's a foreign concept to some extent. Yeah, in fact, there's a lot of Western game developers who seem to think that having fun is optional. With the award for the least fun game goes to, well, that was the first two. Still, gave me some funny names. You got to give me some funny names. What names? Oh yeah, I was going to show you the technology. So if I go to research, upgrades, here we, no, it's not. No, it's not any of those. So what is it then? Technologies. I think it was under upgrades. It was something about mass production. Universe exploration, mechanical infantry, mass construction. Here we go. So the first one costs electronics, and then you can make a blueprint limit of 60 facilities. So each conveyor belt counts as one item. Mass construction 250, 600, 3,000. Blueprint without limit. So literally, if you built like a Forge War planet, oh, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna see if I can do that. If I can go into a previous game, and in fact, you know what? Let's do it right now. So let's just save the game there. Right. And now let's go to the one with the Forge world. Is it this one? I mean, it looks pretty big, and it looks like the most. But these are more recent. So that looks like the most recent one. Yeah, so confirm to stop the current game and load a new save. Confirm. So let's see how this does with the new. Now this might not load properly because I was using mods on this one. But let's just see how it works. So here I am. And so I want to put an indicator there. And how am I doing for, well, we're just using wood. Alright. We'll do that. In fact, yeah, sure. So this should burn through the crap. And facility researchers don't... Oh no, I just realised. Yeah, it's all well and good queuing that, but I think my research facility only does white science, so it's all well and good me going there. That's not going to matter. Use inventory item. Stuff that's going on, it's still got a nice frame rate, so that's good. Which obviously means I need to build bigger. Bonjour, Flissy. Welcome to my stream where I started off making sulfuric acid, but then I was showing the blueprint system, and then I just realised that, can I use the blueprint system in another game? And the answer is yes, I can. So this is my Forge World, which took me many hours to make. Many hours. And look, I don't actually think I'm producing sufficient energy here. No, I'm not. I'm this insufficient energy. So, right, let's go to map. So my and like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff. And there's things which probably won't need to be in the blueprint, like this does not need to be in the blueprint. And I think I've got a facility somewhere here to make concrete. No, not concrete, foundation. Yeah, look, there it is. There's my concrete making facility. That's actually probably useful. There's probably quite something to have. But I need electronics. Now, in order to make all those circuits, what do I need? I will require... there's so many items. They all look fairly green down there. Circuits. It's probably... no, tier 1, so it's not tier 1. Tier 2. No, not tier 3. Tier 4. There we go. Circuit board. Needs iron, needs copper. So I should be able to just help myself to a little bit of... from that. There we go. And then... I can't even make a blueprint of that because of reasons. Oh look, it is chunky. Let's just turn off my AMD AI system. So I've got my graphics card just purely devoted to the game. So I'll do that. Now, I should be able to make electronic circuit boards. Oh, okay. So there's the research. This could be quite exciting. There we go, blueprint without limits. So all that research got done, it was just that little bottleneck there. So now, in theory, you know what, let's put this through to the test. Look, I'm going to probably delete that. In fact, I know for a fact I'm going to delete it. So this one here. Doesn't matter, they'll have those items. So let's do a blueprint. So new blueprint. Right. So I want to save this blueprint. Right, okay. Time to do a thing to have a look. New video. That's one. Oh, Fremen on the Sands live. Oh yeah, that's me. How to use blueprints in Dyson Sphere. How to blueprints. Yeah.
Start getting some
Blueprints.
It's a map view.
Blueprints.
It's a map view where I can zoom out and I can see the whole planet. As you can see, there's no night.
Yeah, great.
What I
Okay.
wouldn't mind is I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so you're designing a blueprint.
like be detailed. You know, say it's 10 assemblers. It does 3 processes per second.
Right.
There is a workaround. We're going to cover that right away. If I go Control V again, to paste down the last thing.
I've missed
If I
something.
down Shift and I drag, it's
Shift
10 assemblers. It does 3 processes per second, fed by Bluebell. Whatever it happens to be descriptive. Okay. At the same time, you can copy the blueprint code and then you can paste that to a frame. But we will get back to that in a second. After we have our selection, we can then choose where we want to put our selection. So with Control V, I can take my blueprint and we're going to put
Control V. Right. Let's try the Control V then. Can I? Yeah. So. So Control V will work. Let's fly over here then and see if we can do that. But this is great. This basically means that I can blueprint this entire planet and say forge world. And it's like, do this to make your planet a forge world. And yeah, then that's a forge world. Yeah, it'd be really nice if they could pick up those last bits. You too slow. Have sad Christmas. You have so sad Christmas. Sad Christmas now. Boy, this is yes, logistics actually. Right, now. Blueprint crosses over it not work. But let's say, for example, let's just create, shall we? We know there's going to be a bit of there's going to be a bit of jiggery pokey here, but it don't matter. Look at that. Look, rotating that entire planet. And then I can just select all of these items. All of them. All of them. All of them. There we go. Look at that. Is the game going to crash? Have I asked it? No, I haven't asked too much of it. So I'm going to call this Blueprint Path Forge World. And then from there, Forge World. Still needs more power, but and it has a few bits you won't need. Local mining, foundation factory. But if you want to turn a world into a forge, this is the blueprint for you. It's a hand copy of Nils' Forge World. I spent about 5 hours copying it by hand as I carefully went over his video. And then I'll just put one in there. Or at least the one I use for Factorial, which is 217. Right, save the blueprint. There we go. And now this one I can go. Let's click on it. Yeah. Paste that entire string. So now I'm not going to save the game. I'm instead going to load vanilla. So a game I'm playing without mods. Oh, and Flossie, you missed out earlier. I was reading out a thing on roundabouts. And there's a roundabouts calendar. That was quite fun. It was just roundabouts appeal to the British things of good stuff. So create a blueprint. No, I want to blueprints. New empty blueprint, new blueprint book. And then paste. Save. Okay, so I didn't save in the previous game like a dickhead. You know what? Actually, that's fine. It doesn't matter because I was going to refine the thing anyway. But the point is, I've now got. Oh, hang on. Yeah, look, this is the one. So, how many facilities? So it's 112,065. How would you say? 112,065. Yeah, 112,065 facilities. So yeah, that was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And I don't think it will let me paste it because I don't have the technology to do that, which is quite right. I mean, just 73,027 conveyor belts. How many smelters? 2,500. So let's have a look. So 12,867 smelters. 25,000 sorters, 121 interstellar logistics stations, and of course the little bits which don't really matter, like the local mining. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, roundabouts in the UK, that's what we're talking about. But that's great. So that blueprint I made is now there, and if I want to, I can go to the Dyson Sphere Program Discord thing, blueprints, and how do I upload a blueprint? So how do I do it? To share a blueprint, please upload the blueprint code as a text file. To copy the code without downloading the files. Okay. Well, anyway, I've done as much as I want to in this game now. I'm going to go ahead and get breakfast. Thank you very much for watching.